My name is Merrill, CEO of Mark Research, a 60-year-old insights company, and I'm a 35-plus year veteran of the insights company, the host of our podcast, On the Mark. Welcome to another On the Mark Merrillism. Wow! Sometimes you really get it right. Of course, today's podcast has to start with a story. I was hoping my daughter would be open to a new experience, an experience that was thousands of miles away from Texas and included lots of strangers. Much to my surprise, my daughter's experience that she had was her college essay. Yes, her college essay. With that said, here is what she wrote. I have never felt more understood than with 16 strangers in a foreign country, in constant close quarters with people I met less than a month ago. I found my greatest comfort within discovering the beautiful environment and culture of Croatia. The beauty of true friendship and independence was cultivated. At age 15, in an attempt to break sophomore me out of her shell, my dad introduced me to the concept of a teen tour. He had participated in this program during his teenage years and was adamant that it would be a life-changing experience for me. So I trusted him, even though those butterflies pestered my stomach and worries prodded at my insecurities. Little did I know this confidence in my father would shape me as a person. My dad and I shared a familiar glance as it was time for parents to say their final goodbyes. The hug was different from ones we had shared previously. His arms embraced me with the warm feeling of pride, and I clutched on, fighting tears. The tears I shed weren't out of sadness for leaving, but in grief for my youth. That hug and the first step walking on the plane sealed the fate of the beginning stages of my independence. I wasn't little anymore. I could fly on my own, and I was scared. However, with one quick conversation with my peers, the anxiety seemed to disappear like a ghost. Each day was a blend of exploration and familiarity. We navigated busy capital streets and the quiet Dalmatian coast together, unraveling the magnificence of Croatian culture and the intricacies of setting up our own tents. Our initial awkwardness gradually dissolved into an easy companionship as we learned to appreciate not only the environment of Croatia, but also each other's humor and personalities. Within the big, bustling capital of Zagreb, we were confined to a quaint hostel with 6 teenage girls squeezed into one room. At first, this setup seemed to be out of a horror story, yet soon late-night giggles and stories rang across the room when lights were supposed to be out. The constant companionship with those newfound friends quickly became a source of immense comfort. We confided in one another in a tight-knit group. It was not merely the result of shared experiences, but a reflection of our collective willingness to share and to connect deeply with one another. Being away from familiar surroundings and environments forced me to rely on my own resourcefulness and adaptability. I learned to pay extra attention to details and street signs, which foster my ability to navigate the big cities all the way to the quite confusing campsite. I gained the ability to embrace uncertainty, trust my gut, and lead on my own. This fresh independence was activating rather than alienating. It gave me a sense of autonomy and confidence to face every day, knowing that I could make my own way in the world and yet value the companionship and support of people around me. The constraint of friendship and independence in my Croatian adventure exhibits the complex balance between reliance on others and confidence in oneself. Our shared experiences created connections that went above the parameters of conventional relationships, illustrating the power of embracing individual development as well as the richness of human connection. While in the presence of these 16 strangers, I discovered a deep feeling of identity and a greater grasp to who I am. To me, these 16 people aren't strangers anymore. They are my greatest comfort. Morgan, when I first read what you wrote, I must admit, I was so impressed. Frankly, blown away. Each word was perfect, showing many different emotions. Short and sweet, I am so proud of you for embracing this experience and love you. Thanks for listening to today's On the Mark Merrillism. Sometimes you really get it right. I look forward to hearing from you. My name is Merrill Dubrow. Stay well, stay safe, and please, please stay in touch.